mother-in-law's secret stash of stolen food.
Ooh, a secret stash, you say?
Who did she steal it from?
Ooh.
We are at my mother-in-law's for a couple of weeks because our house is being renovated. Now, only a couple of days have gone by and it is already a drama. I won't go into that. By the way, this comes from Itch That Needs Scratch. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, 3 days ago, my fiance made a cake for all of us. She just wanted to be kind. My mother-in-law tried the cake, said that she doesn't really like it, and that it's too chocolatey. Ain't no such thing.
Too chocolatey has got to be the best
Too chocolatey?
insult.
That being said, not that I count or that I don't want her to eat from it, but she basically ate half of the whole cake in 24 hours.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
She's like, it's too chocolatey. Nom, 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 nom. She's like, it was probably like, no, guys, it's so chocolatey. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like
Tastes
it.
like poison, guys. I had to
eat
make
it.
sure it tasted like poison.
Yeah, it's trash. I'll eat it all.
I was
other
just
half,
doing a
poison.
Public service.
Yeah.
The next day, she said that now she's going to make a cake. I thought that she must have been feeling sorry that she ate so much and that she wanted to make up for it. She made a cake and put it on the table. All 3 of us took a slice and ate it. It wasn't bad. So now 3/4 of the cake remain on the table. Yesterday, I walked out to the kitchen and all 3/4 of the cake disappeared. This is like what it feels like to live with Sam.
Where what?
Just all of my baked goods and Christian actually.
Disappears?
I make baked goods and they're gone.
It's
in a
funny.
day.
I put my hat places and it's gone
It's
as
gone.
well.
Yes, well, maybe you should have put it in the cabinet.
Where it belongs.
I immediately asked both of them. My fiance said that she only ate one more slice. My mother-in-law was very intimidated, and she only said that her friend was over from the neighborhood and she gave her the cake so that it doesn't dry out. It was a very crappy excuse, but okay, we went with that. Okay, who are you, OP? The cake police? OP, your mother-in-law made that cake. If she wants to give it to someone else, that's her prerogative. I don't think this is such a big deal.
We might be dealing with the arbiter of cake.
Yeah, OP's just like, oh, she ate all the cake. She liked the cake. It was yummy. Okay.
To be fair,
She did insult it
cakes
first.
are meant to be enjoyed by all.
Yeah, but maybe you snooze, you lose.
I'm right
Today
here.
in the morning, we were searching for cloth hangers in the house because we needed more in our room. My mother-in-law was at work and we texted her if we could check her closed cabinet for hangers. She said, of course. When we opened the cabinet, there were 2 plates in it. Both the cakes that my fiance and the one she made were on it. Next to them, a spoon and traces that she had been eating them there. Traces, like little crumbs.
So the cake is still there?
It's still there. She's just eating it slowly in the closet.
Shh, that's not allowed. That's not allowed.
She's a little hoarder. She's hogging all the cake.
You can't hog all of this.
She's got a cake shrine.
Mm-hmm. This is I don't know about this. We both got furious and waited for her to come home and talk to her. I think it's really funny that they're furious. They're like, the cake! No! You can't eat all the cake!
Well, maybe this is like a once a year type
Just me,
situation,
I don't know.
and every other day they're just eating boiled chicken and white rice.
I don't know if I would be furious about this though, unless it were that
If
scenario.
all I ate was boiled chicken and rice and fried rice.
But
Not
then-
even fried,
yeah.
just white.
I don't know if I would be furious in this situation. I think I would be concerned. I'd be like, you don't have to, like we can put a thing that says mother-in-laws don't eat. Like it can just be
Why do you
yours.
have shame cake in your closet?
Eat in the open. Thank God that I told my fiance that she should take a photo of it because when she arrived home and we told her what we found, she told us that we can't go to her room anymore and that we found nothing. Then we showed her the picture. We found nothing. She's like, you didn't see anything. And they're like, we have proof. She was very aggressive and embarrassed and couldn't really know what to say. We fought about it and she went away. We don't know what to think at this point. Is she afraid we're going to eat it from her? She wants them all for herself. We didn't talk since then, but I don't know where to go from here. Do we stay? I couldn't believe she would do something like this because she's not obese or a food to act like this. She barely eats throughout the day and she's pretty fit. Edit, I don't think she has an eating disorder. She barely eats normally and she's very thin. Dude, what? You can have, I feel like this guy's like, I don't think she has an eating disorder because she doesn't eat that much. She barely eats, honestly. You can have eating disorders both ways.
Buddy, wake up.
I think she has some problem with sharing with people. She always thinks about herself. In the past, whenever we went out somewhere, she demanded that she was in control of where we go. Otherwise, she gets angry. Also, she's never satisfied with anything that we or her new boyfriend do. We can do everything for her, but she always finds something to complain about. Also, she has a list in her head of what things she buys in the fridge, and if one day we buy proportionally less, she tells us that she thinks we should have bought XY because she too bought YX. Or in restaurant, once she pays, the next time we are paying saying she would order 3 times the amount she can eat so that she can bring it home. Oh, like would order more when the OP is paying or something? Saying not to waste. I'm not sure.
I guess.
She clearly has something going on with her, but doesn't matter how we tell her. She thinks that we are attacking her or that we are making up stories of what she did or does. We can't really speak to her. And there is an update. I posted a story yesterday about my mother-in-law hiding our cake and even her own from us. You can have been reading about it. I got a lot of responses, so I'll debunk this for you guys. General update. Pretty much the whole day yesterday was awkward because my mother-in-law had an attitude. Anything she did, she was slamming everything together, making a terrible loud noise, not talking to us, and only giving passive-aggressive comments. In the evening, we called her to the table, and very calmly, we apologized. We tried telling her that she might need to see a professional. Not the first time we've told her this, but again, she stood up and told us to leave her alone. Today, we woke up and she acted like nothing happened yesterday. In concern to eating disorders, a lot of you suggested that she has an eating disorder. Okay, at this point, I can accept that fact, but that's not the only problem she has. I clearly wouldn't make such a fuss about a cake if there was no other reason to be upset. The reason I'm upset is that she's always coming up with some drama and she's always draining us with it. Why don't we go elsewhere? When we talked about moving somewhere, we never even thought about moving in with her. We wanted to move in to my college friend's apartment that he rents, but without us even mentioning anything, my mother-in-law said that we should move in with her. After we moved in, on the first day, she mentioned that she offered us her house because she feared we would move into her ex-husband's house, aka my father-in-law's. This is idiotic because my father lives ludicrously far away from us. Anyways, the reason we settled on my mother-in-law's house was that in the end, my fiance said it would be a nice opportunity to reconnect with her mother after all these years of only seeing each other 2 to 3 days every 9 or so months. She also thought we could save some money that we would have spent on rent. Needless to say, we are not really reconnecting. At this point, I would rather have spent the extra money. And history, my fiance told me about her childhood and she said her mother was always like this. Plus, even worse. She mentally mistreated my fiance and totally destroyed her self-esteem. With a mother that doesn't find anything good, it was impossible to impress her or to feel like she had done enough. She always walked on eggshells around her because you never knew when she would explode. My mother-in-law pushed everyone away from her life. My fiance still goes to a psychologist because of that and in the past had similar traits. Luckily, she has healed somewhat and it does not affect our relationship as much. Talking with my mother-in-law, we tried to talk to her in the past, but she thinks we are attacking her or that we are against her. And she goes fully defensive. She starts crying and shouting. She's 100% sure she has no problems and we're just making up lies about her. All that, how dare you? I raised you. You have no right to tell these things to me stuff. Once in the past, my father-in-law called a professional to their home to try to talk to her. After 3 sessions, the psychiatrist said that she is a person who will never heal because she is incapable of accepting her faults. Dang.
Whoa, dude.
Dang. When the psychiatrist says you're a lost cause.
Seems like not enough time to
also
give
seems
that.
like a bad psychiatrist.
Yeah.
It seems like a terrible psychiatrist.
They're just like, I can't help them. They're beyond help.
Beyond help. She's the hardest case I've ever seen. He couldn't diagnose her problems because she has more than one.
Yeah, this guy is not.
It's like, I don't know. She has a lot of problems. I can't pick.
Yeah, I'm diagnosing her as difficult.
She's too hard. But he said that my mother-in-law is otherwise sane, just very damaged. You're useless, dude. You're useless. This was 15 years ago. Maybe today's psychology is more developed. Absolutely. I would hope so. Or maybe that guy was trash and could manage to help her. But until she accepts that she needs help, there's nothing we can do. And there is a second update. But do you have any thoughts?
Well, 15 years ago is like what, 2006?
No.
That's 19 years ago.
Yeah, it's 2010-ish.
That's a really easy one. I
Quick
just messed
maths,
up.
bro. Quick maths, my
like
God.
I was trying to make it
25
line
minus
up
15.
with the timeline of The Sopranos so that it would be like the psychologist that he saw.
No, it's
But it's
2010.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I feel like things have progressed.
I got nothing to say to this guy.
Yeah. Update 2. I, 26 male, and my fiance, 28 female, are staying at my mother-in-law's 57 female house for a couple of weeks. Little to say that after a couple of days of being her best, she started to make our stay here a living hell. She's always complaining, always angry, and criticizing anything we do. We wanted to make her a nice meal that other day. Our hobby is cooking. She already ate that food made by us when she was visiting us, and she loved it. We made the exact same food, and she started complaining that it tasted weird and that she she better order food for herself. Anyways, because she came up with the idea that she's too busy to cook, we should cook the next meal, but only the way she asks us to. I started cooking and she gave very strict orders, micromanaging everything. She clearly has time for that. The funny thing was that she said this is the way a real name of the food is made. But believe me, the stuff she put in it, I've never heard anyone cook it like this.
She's like, first you put in the tail of newt. Or is it the eye of newt?
Eye of newt.
Sorry.
Come
I'm getting my
on.
recipes mixed up.
Now his years, messing up his recipes.
Yeah. At one point, she gave me a jar of pig lard and told me that I should put it in the dish to add more fatty taste. When I opened the jar, a very rancid smell hit me. I realized that the lard had gone bad, but decided to go with it, and I put it in the meal.
No,
What?
why would you do
What?
that?
You dumb idiot.
What?
I don't feel bad for them.
I realized the lard was rancid.
I realized
But
it
I
was
put it
rancid,
upon
but
the
she
food.
told me to do it, so I had to do it. No, you didn't.
It's like the
No, you
the
didn't.
whole,
You
like-
dumb
I
dumb.
was just following orders.
You dumb dumb. You're dumb.
I was just following the chain of command.
Orders are orders.
Oh my god.
Not when After the food was ready, I quickly told my fiance, who knew about this and thought that this is a very good revenge.
Revenge is the best dish served.
I'm sorry,
with
putting
expired
rancid
lard.
food in someone's dish?
You realize that botulism can
Yeah, that's
kill
like
people, right?
that's like deadly.
you're-
You could give her like a very
What are you
severe.
doing?
What?
Everyone in this story is annoying and bad.
Everyone's here. And we went out to eat our lunch in a restaurant. By the way, you can eat with us
Without
while you watch
rancid
full
pig lard.
episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Honestly, I hate everyone in this story.
Yeah, there's no
Just,
good guy here.
I don't know, leave. Like you
There's-
guys are like, oh, well, it would be better to pay rent than stay here than do that. Leave.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop. Like, it
Stop.
seems like you have the money to do that because that was the original plan, but you're like, oh, now we're saving money. Go.
I'm all for saving money,
Stop
but
trying to poison people.
don't poison people with rancid pig lard.
When we came back, my mother-in-law was furious and said that her meal is inedible. What did I put into it? I said absolutely only what she asked me to. She was there to witness. I took a spoonful and it was absolutely disgusting.
You took a spoonful of your own poisonous lard meal?
Opie's an idiot, bro.
Oh my
So
God.
he's like, let me check if it's disgusting. It's terrible.
Ew, so
it's
gross.
rancid.
Tastes like a rancid lard. Wow.
You're stupid. Then I used a reverse Uno card and started complaining about the dish she told me to make, that it tastes weird and that I know how to cook better meals. Her face said it all. I hope she won't complain about our cooking anymore. Edit, the food was goulash, if you were wondering.
Oh, love goulash.
And that's
but
the
not
end
with-
of that story.